In the study, we are gonna go through various psychology experiments that actually took place, that actually conducted in real life. Together, we would find out what we would do in that specific situation. So in a way, it's for me or for you or for us to know each other better. More importantly, it's for me to find out what kind of human you actually are. Let's just draw a random scenario.
Tsubaki said, well, I'm a human with a heart too.
I don't think so. We'll see about that. We'll see about that,
What is this
Tsubaki.
Aishi trying to take more of our data?
I need all the data. I need all the data. All right. How about this one? What does this word mean? Altruism? Okay. It was conducted in 1973, years ago. Okay. You are a theology student on your way to give a lecture about a parable of the Good Samaritan, literally about helping strangers. You are running late. On the path, you see a man slumped in a doorway, coughing, clearly in distress. What would you do? A. Stop and help. B. Keep walking. You are late. Okay, hold on. Let me start the voting. There you go. Please vote again. If you have made up your mind, please vote again.
Might as well be even more latte.
Might as well be more late. Okay, 50-50. Let me think. I'm about to give a lectures about being a good Samaritan. I don't know. I don't want to be late though. Let me think. I might be with Tsubaki on this one. I might just stop and
Such
help
a
them.
goody two shoes.
Emily, first instinct is aid. Second instinct is it safe? Maybe find the compass police or someone to tell them about him. No. You can. There are only two options. Emily. You either stop and help, or you keep walking. You don't get to find the police to help them. No, nothing like that. Only two options. I would stop and help. Yo, what happened? You were voting A to start. Why did you change your mind? Is it just because Tsubaki's voting A? Why did you change your mind so quickly? I would like to know why. Please tell me. Emily, I'm picking option 3. Call the cops on... Yeah, no, you cannot do that. Emily. You can only pick
Yanton
two
said,
options.
because my decision-making skill is volatile.
I see. Emily, you can only pick one. Either help or you walk away. Okay. You're the only one who will walk away. Let's just close the voting and see. Let's compare our results with the actual study results. Actually, before I do that, anyone else? I'll wait for 5 seconds. What? Okay, wait a minute. In reality, only 10% of the people would just stop and help. 90% of the people would just keep going. Wait a minute. Hold on. Okay, let's take a look. Only 10% of students in a hurry stopped to help, even though they were literally about to give a talk about helping strangers. When they weren't rushed, 63% stopped. Oh, the single strongest predictor of whether someone helps isn't their values, beliefs, or character. It's whether they have somewhere to be. Being busy doesn't just distract us from doing good, it gives us permission not to. Interesting. Yo. I don't know. You certainly aligned with the reality. I think Emily, Tsubaki, and I, we are not living in the reality. We live somewhere else. There you go. Good to know. How about we try the next one? Let's take a look. Draw a card.
Yanton said, you guys are liars.
We're not liars. We just want to help. We just want to help. Now this one, moral courage, the racist joke. You're in a waiting room. A person next to you makes a blatantly racist comment about someone who just left the room. It's just the two of you now. They look at you like they expect you to agree. What would you do? A, you can call them out. B, stay quiet and change subject.
He'll be even more racist.
Okay, so Emily is B. Tsubaki is call them out. Sorry, Yo, what is yours? I don't think yours came through. Oh, you chose A. You gotta call them out. Emily, I'm too scared. Here's what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna stay quiet as well and change subject. Here's what I'm thinking. If a person can be so blatantly racist towards someone, and then it's just the two of us in the room now. If I were to call them out, what if they go crazy? Do you know what I mean? Like, what if they go crazy and start assaulting me in the room? To protect myself, I think I'll just stay quiet. Stay quiet. So Tsubaki is the brave
Yonton
one
said,
here.
I will assault them before they could assault me.
I don't know. Okay, maybe if you know martial arts, maybe you could. But I don't know martial arts. I don't know MMA fighting, so I would stay out of confrontation if I could. Tsubaki, tell us. Tell
Subaki
us.
said,
Yeah.
if they started to become crazy, I'll call the cops.
Well,
I know biting hurts. Wang, wang, wang.
but I'm just saying, Tsubaki, you call the cops. How long does it take for the police to get to you, though? Like, what, 3 minutes? 5 minutes? And then what could a person do within that 5 minutes? Let me say that again. What could a person do to hurt another person within the room within 5 minutes? Do you know what I mean? Like, I think by the time the police get to you, you could sustain some damage. You know, you could get hurt. You could get hurt by this person. It's a risky move, Tsubaki. I think it's a risky move. It's admirable though. It's admirable that you would call them out. But I don't know. I'm not very confrontational. So I would just stay quiet and change the subject. And here's another thing though. Here's another thing too. It's just a comment, right? It's not like they're doing anything physical to the other person. Like, they can say whatever they want.
Subaki said, if it's a male, I'll soccer kick them straight in the groin.
Stay safe. Call them out once they are in the middle of a crowd surrounded by the race they were racist against.
That's one option, yo. That's one option. Tsubaki, I think that, like, I mean, if it works, great, right? But I'm just saying, some guys, they don't even feel it when you do that. Could be dangerous. It's still very dangerous. It's still very dangerous, Tsubaki. Okay, let's just see. Let's just compare to the reality.
Go for a second kick, Tsubaki.
So in reality, option A, fairly low. Not a lot of people call them out. 84% will stay quiet and change subject, like Young, Emily, and me. Only a small percentage will confront them. So let's take a look at the psychology here. In the actual experiment, 84% of people showed no negative reaction at all. Most continued the conversation normally, and some even become friendlier to the person who made that comment. When surveyed beforehand, people predict they would confront, but in the moment, social friction wins. The gap between who we think we are and how we actually behave is one of the most consistent findings in social psychology. I guess we'll find out if we were to be put in that situation in real life.
You are?
Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see if Tsubaki will actually stand up and call them out, or will Tsubaki chicken out? I am willing to bet that Tsubaki will stay quiet. She'll be like,
Wasn't Tsubaki the RAC?
Yo, I'm glad that you remember. I'm glad. Tsubaki is the...
Subaki said, really, John, really?
Really, Tsubaki,
I
really.
could see why Tsubaki can go toe-to-toe with another. Okay, so for those who don't know, context.
context. Tsubaki.
Next card.
No, we're staying here. We're staying here. Tsubaki made a comment that would brand a specific type of people with a very specific type of character trait. So
Just for that, John, no more hot art of Ijuki.
so your okay, sorry. Tsubaki is basically treating a portion of the population differently. I'm gonna leave it at that. I am gonna leave it at that. So when you have that context and read the chat
That
again,
goes for you too, Milio.
yeah. Now that you have the context,
Emilio does the same.
I don't do the same. What are you talking about? I don't do the same thing. I have a picture of Tsubaki's comment. I have proof. You guys do not have a proof whatsoever that I would do the same. I don't do that. I don't do that. I don't do that. Unless you find the proof, then we'll talk again. But right now, I have Tsubaki's proof. She would treat she would treat
Maybe,
people
but we can always
different.
make some proof.
No, you cannot. No, you cannot. She would treat people differently based on their hair color. I don't do that. I don't do that.
Emilio, what do you think of chopped people?
What do I think of chop people? I think they're cute. I think they're very cute. Next! Let's see. Cheating. You take a
Why is it that you allow cute people pass?
That's not true. That is not true. I allow...
Tsubaki said, what do you think of Latinas, Milio?
I think they're cute. I think they're very cute. Yeah, I think both chop people, both Latinas, they're very awesome people. What else? What else? Huh? What else?
You called me cute, tell me more.
Why do you think I am chopped, Emilio?
I don't think you're chopped. I don't think so. I think you're pretty cute. I think you're pretty cute. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. I wanted to tell you this all along, yo. I think you're pretty cute. It's too bad that you...
To the card.
He's lying to you, John.
It's too bad. It's too bad that you are already taken, yo. It's too bad. It's too bad. Now, yeah, back to the card. Back to the card. Cheating. You take a 20-question math test. Tsubaki's gonna hate this. When the
I will
time
leave
is...
people by the door. Do you think I am still cute?
You leave people by the door. Do you think I'm still cute? Yeah, pretty adorable. Now about this question. You
Referring
take...
to the first question.
The first question? Okay, let me say this. Yo, I would think if you leave this person who are in need of help by the door.
Never mind. Let's move on with this new question.
Nah, I think you would have your reason. And I believe your reason of leaving this person by the door, it's probably a very valid reason. And
I was the person who was making racist remark.
I would think that when you make that remark, you were making it with no hatred in mind. You have no intention to do any harm. I think you made that in hope.
Well said.
In hope that you can lighten up the mood in the room. Yeah, so I don't think you are a bad person. I can't say the same with Tsubaki though. Okay, let me read the question. Cheating. You take a 20-question math test. The time's up. You're told to check your own answers, shred the paper, and then report your score to collect $1 per correct answer. Nobody will ever see your paper. No one can check. What would you do? Report honestly, add a few extra.
Tsubaki said, well, you recall correctly, you were an asshole while you were on dating app.
Ooh! Okay, before we go on to voting, I was Tsubaki, but I changed. I have learned from my mistake, and I have grown up as a person. I am a better person now.
It's not because I'm honest. I am just too dumb. I might end up shredding the $1 instead.
To me, I just want money. That's all. I mean, it's free $20 with no repercussion, like no consequences. So why not? Why not take the free $20?
He
That's
would
my
say
thought.
you have grown up, but I can't say much about your height.
Oh! My height hasn't changed. My height hasn't changed. It has been the same for the past 30 years, 50 years, 60 years. It has been the same. It has been the same.
Unless it was $50 or more per question. Sorry, my honestly holds its value.
Nah, I would take the $20. I would take the $20. Let's take a look. All right, 50% of us will do it. In reality, only 30%. 70% will not. Actually, no. Actually, no. B is the one that would change. B is the one that would change the answer. So Emily...
Honestly, in this economy, we need the money.
Yeah, exactly. So Tsubaki and I would take the $20, and Emily and Young, you can miss out on the $20. Tsubaki, let's go grab a milkshake together with that $20. We can go get extra milkshake. We can go get an extra milkshake. Emily, Young, you might stay hungry for a little
Milkshake
longer.
of extra liars.
Let me take a look. That's psychology. About 70% of people cheated, but here's the surprising part. Almost nobody cheated by a lot.
We can add French fries to the milkshake.
I liked your thinking. I liked your thinking. People typically added only 2 or 3 extra correct answers, not 15. We cheat just enough to benefit, not enough to threaten your self-image as honest people. There's an internal verge factor, a line where we stop because crossing it would force us to see ourselves as cheaters. Those are the weak people. I would go all the way. I'm gonna go all the way and take the full $20. Because you know why? We do absolute
Coward,
here.
go all out.
We do absolute. We don't do if, but, or maybe. We do absolute here, okay? Now, Emily, explain to me. Emily, explain to me. What's holding you back? What's holding you back from changing the answer? In other words, everyone knows. Okay, everyone knows you cheated. They might, but at least I have $20. At least I have $20 for milkshake. Memory, moral, stress, and then caution. Oh, dislike of lying. Nice. How righteous. Emily's so righteous. I guess Tsubaki and I will get dirty then. We'll get dirty and we'll get the $20. Alright, let's do one more. How about Young? Young, you pick one. You pick one out of all the options on the left. We'll pick one. Actually, sorry, you can pick one. You can pick one for us, Young. We have obedience.
Yantom said, empathy.
And here?
Tsubaki said, if we're getting down and dirty, take me to dinner first, Milio.
The milkshake is our first dinner. Okay, empathy here. You are given a choice. Look at a photo of a suffering refugee child and write about how you feel. Or look at a photo of a neutral object and describe it. There's no reward either way. It's completely private. So would you look at the suffering child or would you look at the neutral object? Oh, sorry, voting. Sorry, phone down. You can phone down.
If there's no reward, I'm not doing it. Cara revolviéndose de la risa.
Sorry. I was a little bit late. I should have clicked the open voting right away. Oh, Draco. Hello, Draco. So Draco will avoid the object. Tsubaki will look at the child. Oh, sorry, the other way. Tsubaki will avoid it. Draco will look at the child. Emily and Young will avoid it too. Okay, Draco, can you tell us? Can you tell us why would you look at the child?
Yantom said, not my fault your child is suffering. A beautiful moth is better to look at.
I would like to know. I would like to understand Draco here a little bit. Makes me think a different perspective of life. Oh, I see. I would avoid it. Like, I know people are suffering already. I don't need a reinforcement. I know they're suffering already, okay? You don't need to tell me again. I know it already. Oh, Emily, it will hurt me to look at the child, and I can't help either way. That's fair. It might make you feel worse. Okay, let's take a look at the reality. So in reality, only 35% of the participants will look at the child. And the rest will look at a neutral object. Let's take a look at the psychology here. The majority of people actively choose to avoid feeling empathy, even when it costs them nothing. Participants described empathy as cognitively exhausting and emotionally draining, so they opt out. We don't lack the capacity for empathy, we lack the willingness to spend it. Compassion fatigue isn't just a clinical term, it's a default human setting. Well, seems like we all have capacity. Seems like we all have capacity for empathy, but we were not willing to spend it. Draco, on the other hand, Draco is willing to spend it. Draco is a whale in empathy. Draco is a whale. Draco is a whale in empathy. Emily, exhausting, draining. Oh, you mean literal pain.
Why can't you guys be like Draco?
I'm sorry. I'm not willing to. I would reserve. Okay, in all seriousness, I would reserve that empathy for people I actually care. Like a child that's so far away, whether I don't even know whether that picture is real or not. I don't want to use my empathy on that. I would use my empathy on people that I actually know, that I can actually confirm the situation.
Tsubaki said, both Milio and Draco are whales in different aspects.
different aspects. Emily, why can't you be like one Draco? Yeah, yo, why can't you? Yeah, as I was saying, I'm pretty reserved when it comes to empathy. I don't usually give it out randomly. I will only give it out when that person is important to me. Because I feel like I have a very, very limited amount of empathy, and I just can't give it out to every sad things I see on the internet or out there. Draco, me and Milia are two different bananas. different bananas. So Emily, so you have
Milio is a gonana.
huh? I'm a good. So you have your answer? Or do we have a weird new capacity theory? Or conspiracy theory here? I don't know. Yeah, that would be my option. That would be my option, seriously. It's just think about this, right? If you go through like a platform like X or YouTube, you see many injustice on earth. You see many unfair things on earth. You see many people struggling in life. And I can't feel empathy every single time when I see things like that. I just can't. I would just instead of feeling empathy, I would feel like, okay, I'm thankful for everything that I have, and I would cherish everything that I have and try to do good with everything that I have. That's what I would prefer to think, instead of spending the empathy. It might come across selfish though, but I think that's the best solution that I can think of for my actual mental sanity. Draco, is this the last question? It was the last question. But for you, Draco, we can do one more. Emily, I don't need to perform unless empathy for people I can't touch. I can have empathy for every human I meet. Agree. Okay, let's do one more for Draco. Draco, how about you pick one then? Since this will be the last one for today, you can pick one for us. There are all the options on your left. Now Draco's leaving me hanging. I'm joking. Moral courage. I think we went through that one actually, didn't we? Hold on. Actually, no. Sorry. No, we haven't. The wrong change.
Bottom.
Okay, thank you. The wrong change. All right, open vault. A cashier accidentally gives you $20 too much in change. You notice immediately. The store is busy. Nobody else noticed.
Tsubaki said, wow, he didn't get to choose one.
Nobody else noticed. It's a big chain store, not a small business. What would you do? Option A, return the extra $20. Option B, keep it. Their mistake. I am gonna keep the money. I'm gonna keep it. I mean, it's a big chain store. Like,
How dare you ignore pendejo?
Store is busy. Pretty sure they will appreciate us not holding the line.
Exactly. Emily will be honest. Draco, what do you think? Would you give it back or would you keep it? Draco. Think about the waiter or the waitress who
It's free
gave
money.
you...
I'm leaving with it.
But Draco, think about it, right? Think about the waiter, think about the waitress who gave you the extra $20. They may lose their job. Think about that. Draco, I would pick A, but it's only $20 and it's busy. Plus it's Walmart. They don't care. But what if the cashier gets fired? Do you not have empathy for that cashier? I'm joking.
Should have not made that mistake.
Draco, if it was a mom and pop store, I would return it. Okay, so you made that decision because it's a big store. Okay, let's take a look. Reveal. Okay, so about half of the people will return it, and half of the people will take it. My chat, 80% will take it. Whoa! Emily, guilt tripping for choice he's making too. I have to. Like I said, I will use this against you guys in the future. So hope you guys are ready. This will be used against you. Psychology. Studies show the return rate hovers around 50 to 60%, but it drops significantly when the amount is smaller, a few dollars, and when the business is perceived as a large corporation rather than a small shop, like Draco said. We calibrate our honesty based on who we think gets hurt. If we can convince ourselves they won't miss it, our moral threshold drop. Ethic isn't a fixed line. It's a negotiation we have with ourselves in real time. There you go. There, we learn more about ourselves. We learned that Draco is a whale in empathy. We learned that Young will not help a person in need when they're coughing to their death. We learned that Tsubaki and I are very cheap and we will take money in whatever way possible. And then we also learned that Emily is very righteous. She is like a goddess in
Yantum
righteousness.
said, I missed. What did you learn about me again, Emilio?
I learned that Young will not help a person if they're coughing to their death if he walks by them. If Young walks by a person coughing non-stop, he will not stop. He will continue his task as it is.